when I turn up the bass.
Barry Bing.
Are we? Are we?
We are.
Well, hello.
Say we are. I ain't even looked really, but
Oh. We'll have to wait for somebody that cares.
It's all booting up now because it's a few seconds behind, isn't it?
Oh, dear.
oh no.
We have one watcher.
Yeah, me. Or just
It's not come up in my notifications. What a fucker.
I'll screw things up and put it.
Oh, it's come up now. Hey, it's
Thinking.
European time. There it is.
Privacy.
2 words. Falklands.
Oh,
Jerry.
That's Jerry, the berry, Perry.
Fine. So we are on about this fucking agenda for 2030 that's been around for some time, but apparently it keeps on morphing. Is that about
Well,
right?
I mean, before Callow kicks in, we've all heard about Agenda 2030 for years, haven't we? Insofar as I'm aware, because I know I've heard all of you talk about it in the past,
Yeah, I don't
about the depopulation, and no, I'm
Uh-huh.
building you up, Cal.
You sure
Building you up.
1830.
He ain't used to that. He's used to people lifting him up.
But anyway, after that super build-up, over to you, Cal.
Yeah, right. Anyway, apparently, I don't know how true it is, but this is what they're aiming for. Right, say people like you and me that we own his own house, to take those houses from you, they're gonna say by this time you will have to reach sort of like, you know, like these energy bands, you know, like you've got on your fridge and shit like that, you know, like A rating, A plus, or
You mean all
whatever
your
rating.
appliances have got to be up to fucking the latest and greatest standard, and if they ain't, then you fucked.
Yes. So what they're gonna do is force you, obviously, because don't forget, I think is it what 2025 or something. You can't actually buy a boiler. So if your boiler packs up, your gas boiler packs up, you've got to have one of these heat source things, which we all know they don't work.
Heat transfer
But
fucking
it's-
things.
But here's the thing.
Are they called heat pumps?
Yeah. But there's 2 sorts. There's a heat source pump and a heat pump. Now, the heat pumps are crap. The heat source pumps aren't much better, but they sink pipes into the ground for them. And they can technically draw from the heat from the ground. But your heat pumps, which just are air conditioning units, sit on a wall, and the idea is they draw the heat from the air. But like when winter's here and it's minus, how can you draw heat from minus? You can't.
Well, hang on now, because that ain't right. Because if it is like an AC unit, AC unit does blow hot. It just changes the fucking way that the condenser blows. But, you know what I mean? You can get hot air out of an AC as well as cold. Do blow.
Yeah.
But the fact that what I've been hearing about these units is they ain't as efficient as an AC unit even. And they're
for
pretty
one
shit.
start, they what you call it, don't they? They use electricity to create heat through an immersion heater, if you get what I mean.
Well, they sound like they need Ventolin.
Well, have you noticed, though, that everything that seems to be happening seems to be against, like, people? You know, the little
Yeah, and
people.
well-established techniques that work fucking perfectly well. I mean, just look at the gymnastics they're going to have to go through. They're having to use a fucking immersion heater to power a fucking AC unit to do a heat transfer pump. Oh, for fucking stroll on.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing, right? This is all to do with the climate, yeah? It's all
Yeah,
climate
well-
change. Right, okay then.
What they've got
So
their money in.
let's just have it crystal, yeah? How much fucking carbon does their private jet pump out? You know, these cunts that are making all the rules for everybody
To
else.
save the planet.
You know what I mean? These are fuckers that are making the rules for everybody else to fucking get screwed by, whilst flying around in their fucking 6 private jets that they fucking own or whatever. You know what I mean? Fucking doing whatever the fuck they want, and it just happens to be the people on the fucking ground that are going to get screwed yet again.
Bill
No
Gates
idea.
turned around and said to everybody that he does all this private jet stuff to save the climate on talking about the climate.
I think
I
he
don't
went a
think
bit
he gets-
further, didn't he? He dug his own grave a bit further, Trump, did he not?
I don't know. Go ahead.
Well, he said, because I've invested so much money in in reducing carbon, then therefore I have not contributed. I've actually balanced it all out with the carbon that I've emitted. So in other words, long-term projection on that, logically, it just means is that if you've got money, you can travel. If you can't,
Money.
if
Well,
you don't, you can't.
He's doing like Microsoft, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's doing exactly that. He's doing with all this energy and all this stuff. He's got all his money in it, just as he did with Microsoft. He forces you to have it. Now he wants to force you to have what that fucking evil brain cunt
But
thinks of.
I mean,
Well, nobody was forced to buy Microsoft, to be fair.
Well, they have to have Windows, don't they?
Didn't have to have no Unix. There's many other things out there. For the consumer, it just happened. It's like Betamax and VHS, you know what I mean?
Anyway, at end of the day, what it is say you want to sell the house, you've got to have all this stuff. And they're saying, like, if you don't have it, they're going to fine you. So that's how you lose your property. Because you've got to build, they'll give you a deadline when you've got to turn your property minimum of, say, a D rating. And then 10 years later, or 5 years later, your house has to be a B rating. 5 years after that, you've got to have an A rating. If you can't afford to do that, then you can't sell it. You're going to be fined all the time until you're actually forced. Well, technically, your house gets took off you. And of
No,
course,
we
who's going
We
to
need
buy
to
it?
get rid of these idiots.
Who's going to buy it? You know what I mean? It's corporate. And what about these, your private landlords? They're not going to be able to afford to spend. Well, just think, each source pump ranges from 7,000 to 14,000.
If you
No.
remember,
Get it right. A heat pump, is from 7,000 to 14,000. A heat source pump is from 15,000 up to 35,000.
if you remember at the very beginning of COVID, they said to us all, the world will never be the same again. Now, I want the world to be pre-March 2020 when it was going along like a fucking Tour de France.
no, thank you. I wouldn't like that at
It
all.
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
'Cause it was
no,
fucked then.
pre-2016 when we got fucked over by Brexit.
Can we go back to like fucking, I don't know, 86? And like the late
Oh,
late
well,
80s,
it-
fucking early
Yeah,
90s.
yeah.
Because
I'd love to
that was
be.
the time when
86.
fucking, the country still had a backbone.
Yeah, 86 would be a great time to go back to.
You know what I mean? That was when kids was allowed out in the streets without being feared of them getting fucking molested by fucking, every fucking Tom, Dick and Harry that they just appear to let in the country. You know
Yeah,
what
I
mean?
mean, bad shit happened every now and then, but on the whole,
Yeah.
nothing happened.
I mean, I was
The
talking.
vast majority of the time.
I was talking to
Nothing
our
happened.
fucking our lad, and I was like, because At 8 years old, I used to be here, there, and fucking everywhere. Playing out in the street
Yeah,
on my
wow.
bike, fucking, you know what I mean? Not an issue.
We used to go on a
Damn right.
bike ride to other fucking towns.
Nowadays, let an 8-year-old out in the street round out. Fucking no chance. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And this is where all these fucking do-gooders keep on making our fucking societies a hell of a lot better for us, any.
And it's, and it's the thing. It's not better for us, is it? The decline of societal cohesion is playing for everybody to see. In my eyes, it's
Well, it used
breaking
to be-
apart left, right, and centre. Nobody
Well,
is
it used to be
happy.
a
Everybody is
community.
complaining about everybody else.
Well, it used to be a community, but now it's all individuals. It's the "I'm all right, Jack" way of people going, "Well, I'm all right, so yeah, whatever." It used to be a community that used to stick together and pull together, and now they've just raped it.
And why is it, right? We're told that, you know, electricity is a commodity that we might actually start fucking missing out on, you know. We're going to have blackouts, we're going to have this, we're going to have that, you know. It's really bad. But yet, they're trying to push every one of us onto electricity. The only form of heating, electricity. The only form of travel, electricity. Is it so it can be easily switched off? Oh,
But
you're
that
so...
doesn't make sense either, because they can easily switch off the gas.
Well, hang on.
Yeah, well,
hang on.
you try
One
switching off
part-
somebody's tank of diesel that's full.
I remember the time we were trying to get away from batteries, and now it seems to have gone completely backwards, and we're fucking now relying on them.
Yeah, in actual fact, T, I remember that. I remember when Duracell batteries, they were going the up, and it was like, oh, there could be dangers with these, down. And now we're back to lithium-ion everywhere.
Well,
Yeah.
in this country, we're in for a bumpy ride after March 2024 because all the coal power stations have to shut,
These
Yeah.
people really need to stop.
and they're shutting 2 nuclear power stations down in March 2024.
Well,
At the
with the
same
coal
time-
ones, they're turning them into biomass instead. So, in other words, burning wood chips.
Yeah, but to do that, they have to shut them down. You can't just switch from coal into biomass. It don't work like that.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Biomass, fucking trees, wood, trees.
Yes. The stuff that takes the CO2 out of the environment and provides us
And
with
gives us oxygen.
oxygen.
Yeah, but it's not that.
Unbelievable.
It's the fucking big laugh. Trees are pure what? A tree, that wood is pure what?
I mean, the wood is pure
What's
what?
Pure tree.
What does a tree live off?
Water.
We just said
Nutrients.
CO2 and
Right.
water.
So what the fuck is the tree? It's pure CO2. So when you burn it, what do? You release all that trapped CO2 into the ozone. So it's a load of bollocks.
Rather than let the tree breathe it out as oxygen for us.
But burning wood is, I suppose, more healthier than burning coal. I mean,
Well,
just
How?
dragging around coal.
How does that work?
Is it?
Well, okay, well, I'll let you do a test. Yeah, you find somebody burning coal, stand next to it, see how you feel after an hour, and then do the same with wood. I
I
bet you
agree
anyone
we
you like the
cleaned
wood
up the
lot better.
place, but we're okay. You know, we evolved to a time where we knew what we were doing. We, you
Yeah,
know,
I've got a fire
knocked it
with a
all
door.
back. Yeah, we closed it all off. We paused. We did things right, and now they're trying to. Well, from what I look at, they're trying to destroy the planet and the
I mean,
people in it.
How many thousand years ago did we work out chimneys? You know?
The thing is
Flues.
this, right? If I think, what is it, 0.2% of the world pollutant that humans supply, 0.2% of the world is what the UK emits. 0.2%. Yeah?
When you say pollutants, what do you mean by that?
The so-called human interaction into the environment. In other words,
Our effect
breathing
on
gas,
carbon in the atmosphere.
yes, running your car, things like that.
So you mean like the whole carbon emission from the human race?
No, that's just from the UK. It's 0.02%, remember? Right? That's all women. So if you do everything that these morons want us to do, we'll actually produce more. Why? Because we'll be back in the Stone Age. Because you won't have any electricity. So everybody will be burning anything and everything. And if they turn up on you and say, oh, you can't burn that, oh, it's cold. The only thing that's going to happen, mate, is you are going to go on fire with it if you don't bug off.
If we end up back in the fucking Stone Age, whoever governs us will probably reintroduce fucking dinosaurs to help us out.
I mean,
Well, it might sort out a meat issue.
there was a volcano that kicked off not so long ago. It put more fucking CO2 in the atmosphere than any fucking man-made fucking bollocks has in time, right? CO2, we need it in the air. I mean, if you're that fucking bothered about it, why don't you reinstate fucking hemp? I mean, hemp's carbon neutral. Completely carbon neutral, whether you burn it,
Certainly
make
is.
clothes out of it, wood out of it, fucking paper, whatever you want, you can make fucking 1,001 things out of it. But they won't do that because they ain't interested in
Clothing,
anything.
furniture, currency, pharmaceuticals. The
Yeah.
list is endless. It goes on and on.
Why would you fucking
It's
possibly want to fucking
And more
promote that?
tensile strength
Because-
than many other materials of a similar mass.
Well, why would you want to promote
Probably
that? Because
that's
people
what it
can
was.
fucking grow it themselves and do their own shit with it and everything else.
Yeah.
And then you can't sell them stuff. So this way, I mean, carbon tax. What the fuck's a carbon tax? Oh, I have to pay you some money so you generate fucking clean air, do you? No. You just
Yeah.
put it in
You've
your
gotta
fucking
pay
pocket
for
and
the
rob us
people-
blind.
Well, the people that they've got stocks in, you'll be paying for them, really, and then yeah.
Well, Free State put it right, you know, a while ago. It's a Ponzi scheme.
Mm.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make you feel virtuous by making you pay me money so I can put it in my bank account and tell you that, you know, you're virtuous now because you've paid your carbon tax. Has anything actually changed in the world? Yeah? Little people got fucking robbed and rich cunts got richer.
Well, money just changed hands, yeah.
Yeah.
The way the world works, isn't it?
But it's at the cost of us. It's never at the cost of them. Like I said, all these things that Callow's coming out with, all this is going to affect us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not them. Because they can afford to fucking have their nice fucking houses revamped and fucking everything else. You know what I
So
mean?
you think about it, right? To have a heat source pump which will cost you between 15 to 35 grand, which is your most effective one, yeah?
Fucking
The point of the matter is, you have an house like this. It won't be effective. It's as drafty as fuck. It's not because it hasn't got wall insulation or out like that. It's just the way the house was built. You can't, if you shut the air vents off, you get condensation that builds up and it rots the house from the inside out. So therefore, no matter what system, the best system for this house is what's in it, is a gas boiler. Now, the point of the matter is, failing that, it's if I can't have a gas boiler, I'm going to open the fire up that's already open and restart burning wood. It's
Or
not with them
coal.
saying- Well, yeah. It's not with them saying, no, you can't. The point of the matter is that the system they're bringing out, it's like Tesla, when Tesla first brought the cars out, they were a bag of shit, man, it's still are, but that's not the point. They were a bag of shit. You know, they weren't.
I knew it wouldn't take long to get back to electric cars.
You know what I mean?
I'm
Fucking
much-
always.
It's
much
taken him how
prefer-
long?
I
20
much
minutes.
prefer Lamborghinis
nothing
or
to do with that.
Mercedes.
An instance of where the technology isn't there and they're wanting us to switch to it before it's actually been sorted and is properly, they can say, yeah, if you do this, you will get this amount of heating in your house. Your water will be able to be heated up. Now, the thing is, I found out, and this is the funny bit, I was thinking, yeah, I'm going to have solar panels on my roof. I'm going to have an inverter. I'm going to save myself some money, yeah? Right. I rung the company up. Well, I filled the thing in online. They rung me. They said, hey, can we have your address? I gave them the address. They looked on Google. Looked down and went, oh, no, we can't do your roof. I went, why not? I said, it's not big enough. What do you mean it's not big enough? I'm paying you. I'm the customer here. I tell you to fit the X amount of panels. You'll fit X amount of panels. You know what I mean? Oh, no, it don't work like that. Do you mean it don't work like that? It's obvious. I'm the customer. I'm right. I'm telling you, I want X amount of panels.
Yeah, but
You know
Carlo,
what I mean? Simple
the
as.
roof might be big enough for you, but to them, no.
Not in.
Oh,
the
you
problem.
bastard.
You see, the thing is this. Without taking piss, this is serious. They don't want me to own them panels. They want my roof and give me a chance to maybe boil a kettle or run a washing machine while they're getting the rest of the money off these panels. Yeah? That's what it's all about. In other words, they're paying you for a kettle a day or a washing machine run for a day.
You're lucky.
If you're lucky, and they've got your roof space earning money while you're getting pittance. And that's the thing. No matter how many places I tried to say, right, I want to buy, do you know what? For 6 solar panels, a set of batteries, and an inverter, do you know how much they want to charge?
25 grand.
£30,000.
Yeah.
I was laughing at them. I said, what planet?
That's
I said, I could buy the lot myself for £2,500. The only problem is getting somebody to fit it. So where are you getting £30,000 from?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, people should stop having solar panels fitted on these Ponzi schemes, because all they're doing is you're getting bent over, and for the next 25 years, they get your roof of your house. And at the end of 25 years, when them panels are fucked, they're yours. And don't forget,
and don't forget, you can't make a battery. You know, you'll always need batteries the way these people want you.
Right.
Why do you always need fucking batteries?
Right. The thing is, them panels at the end of that 25 year are worthless. In other words, they've gone, hey, you want new solar panels? You get the same deal again. But
Fucking
you've
hell.
got to get rid of old solar panels because we're not paying for that. Because them solar panels.
Ponzi scheme.
Yep. But people are falling for it. You take a look around.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, they're all virtuous, and I'm all right, Jack. Until they won't be all right, Jack, and they see what they've been fucked up the arse with.
Yeah. My auntie found that out. She had these solar panels put on her house, and about 5 years later, she wanted to sell house. Now, she had to get the new purchaser to sign up to the deal that she'd signed up to, and they said, no, we're not signing up to that. Come and take your solar panels off. We just want to buy the house. Now, the thing was, they said to my auntie, well, you signed up to a 25-year deal. You want to get out of this deal, you've got to pay 25 grand.
It's another fucking mortgage.
Yeah. 25 grand to get out of the deal.
Mate.
Yeah. Fucking criminal bastards.
So, can we get this back to now? The houses? I mean, this place, for an example, it hasn't got any cavity wall. I mean, I've had loads of companies, not so much recently, but about 4 or 5 years ago, I had companies ringing up left, right, and centre offering to drill holes in, cavity wall fill, blah, 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 blah. So, mate, the house was built in the 1700s. You know,
Right.
well, the 1800s. You know, so it's the 17th century.
Insulated with witches.
And you've
Yeah.
lived there since it was fucking newly built?
Right.
Well, no. The point being is
You were the
that
first owner.
there's no cavity to put anything in. You know.
Yeah, it's double.
There's
glazed.
yeah.
Really?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I lost my liberty.
Right.
Um,
You what?
Here's the thing, Flux. They have got a new thing to insulate your house. They come and stick it on the outside of your house now.
Oh dear God!
Yeah, they
Yeah,
wrap the house.
They stick
Wrap the mould in.
on the outside like a cladding, cement it, paint it, and there you go.
Yeah,
Let
just
it
in your house in
mould
the
with
Grenfell
it.
Tower.
Yeah, more shit to get off when it's mouldy.
Well, it's
Just
yes. No, and I don't mean to be, and I'm not being unkind, but haven't they done shit like that with high-rise towers, like somewhere near Grenfell? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this new stuff.
Oh,
This
this
new
is
stuff
new
is all
stuff.
perfectly
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah.
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 Sponsored by Pfizer.
We've gone back. We've gone
It's
back to
it's a new
asbestos.
exoskeleton. You can trust us.
Yeah.
But like, they've done it up to a couple of houses up top at road here that are owned by council. It was a EU thing that they had to houses at this age had to be insulated. And the only way you could insulate them was by doing the outside, and they insulated them by cladding the outside.
With what?
Asbestos. Remember when asbestos was the latest and greatest new thing?
Yeah, I
So
do.
No, mate, I wasn't questioning you. I was just questioning the concept of what the fuck?
but this is
How? What?
Here's the thing. That's what you will be forced to do with this Gender 2030. Whether you
Surely it's got to be sprayed on.
like- Nope.
No?
No. They put it on in sections like they do tiling a wall. They put like this stuff
Cladding.
all over it, stick it to it.
There you go.
Yep.
Look.
Goes up like rocket fuel.
So hang on, let's just say that you've bought a house in this area, but it happens to be a cottage and it's got lovely brickwork, but it doesn't comply to the council's regulations. They're going to come on and stick these chunks all over it.
Oh, actually, you've kind of hit on a fucking thingy there, because what happens with listed buildings?
Well, I mean, let's face it, I can name 3 listed buildings in Worksop that one at hospitals has been around since 1800s, and because they wanted to build houses and supermarket on it, let's knock it down.
Fuck your history.
Yeah,
Well,
you know what I mean?
listed buildings are generally fucking that old that the single pane, sash windows, fucking Madeira wood. You know what I mean? They were
And they're
never.
freezing.
Yeah, they were never coming up to fucking A-class standard.
Yeah.
That's
When I was growing up, I had a few mates that lived in listed buildings, and they were very pretty and very lovely, but freezing as fuck. Yeah.
But they'll be made, no matter with whatever, they'll throw thousands at them, and if you can't afford it, you're going to lose it. They're going to come along and say, you can't afford your fines because we've fined you thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds worth of fines for this property. We're kicking you out, we're taking it off, and we're selling it on. And who's going to buy it? It's like
BlackRock.
council houses. Councils won't be able to afford to bring them houses up to the spec that they're going to be forced to bring them
Oh,
up.
they will, because the government will give them grants so they can house migrants.
No, they won't.
Mm.
Because what will happen is they'll get sold to these companies. So they'll all be company owned. and that's where it's heading. You will own nothing and you'll be happy. You will pay your rent to a company. If you are a naughty boy and you don't do as you're told, you will be thrown out of your property.
There's gonna be trouble ahead.
Social
Carbon
scoring. Fucking, if you haven't got the right area, you can't get onto the proper internet. Fucking, it's going to be mental. This is. I mean, these 15-minute cities. I mean, cough.
Well, if it goes off like it goes off in this country, they won't be able to have 15-minute cities. And if the legislation gets put through, ULEZ is going to get a kick in the teeth and all.
Oh,
Yes.
I hope so.
All leathers.
Well, the government said it was going to intervene on the expansion of ULEZ. I don't know whether they did. That was last week.
Well, he broke his rules on being mayor of London, and to start his overreach. He doesn't have the power to push it out as far as he has, and the government have told him this. But this is sad sack calm. You know what I mean? That wants to make everybody
Yeah.
like,
The mayor that took over and fucking stabbings and fucking robbings went through the roof, but yet he's done
But at
everything.
least he
fucking
got
London.
rid of the body positive pictures on the underground.
Yeah. Oh, and he allowed the fucking traffic signals to be changed to non-binary, would he?
Oh, God.
The zebra crossings that were rainbows.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't we paint some zebra crossings, multicoloured fucking thingy, and scared the horses?
everywhere.
Yeah, they should.
And did you see him embarrass himself in the fucking London Assembly a couple of days ago?
Right, every time they couldn't speak, he embarrassed
Well, no,
himself.
this is particularly
playing
bad.
Dick Whittington.
Oh, it's particularly bad. It's one of those occasions, you know, like in the Houses of Commons where children or visitors are allowed to go into the galleries above, where they have the same thing in the mayoral Q&As. And children are there to witness adults debating serious subjects. And serious subjects were put to the mayor, and the mayor said, "Oh, come on. We've got children here. Get over yourself. You're a joke. Come on." And just, come on. No. And he actually insulted one of the Conservative councillors there, saying that you don't care about children, because if you did, you wouldn't be talking like this. The man is just despicable.
What, wouldn't
I
be asking
despise him.
political questions to a politician who's an absolute cunt.
Yeah.
Well, he is a mass debater, isn't he?
Oh, he's a proper
He
wanker.
really is an odious cunt.
Who's we talking about? There's a few of them.
I'll be Sadiq cunt, you can't.
Oh, right. I was thinking of somebody else.
Oh, my dear, we could even bring in fucking Boris. Oh, you can't. Yeah. If we could even bring in Boris Johnson on that, 'cause I saw him on interview again earlier today. Going, yes, I think this is like apparently the Conservative leadership race that may or may not be in place. We need somebody that's going to protect our, and every single bullet point that the cunt went through, I was like, you're lying. You're lying.
It's like any
Never.
cunt with the war
You're
mortgage.
just fucking lying.
A politician
Every
lied.
single word out your mouth is a fucking lie.
Yeah.
You can't.
And that brought in ULEZ anyway. It's his baby that brought.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
What was that, 2014?
Yeah, something like that.
It always amazes me that the government can lie to you and fuck all ever be done. You lie to the government, you end up in jail.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem fair. Where's the fucking democracy in that?
Well, there ain't no democracy. You know, I mean, we think we had democracy when, you know, we had Brexit. WTO is what we expected, but what we got was shafted.
Yeah,
and then now we've
Well,
been preached to
WTF.
that.
we're getting pulled
how's
back into
Brexit
that.
Going for you now? How's this doing for you now? Well, what Brexit? Because it hasn't happened. You keep telling us it's happened, and we have a
Indeed.
celebration for it, but it hasn't happened. We're still
Indeed,
tied
and-
to the law.
But what has happened is that everybody that was fighting against Brexit actually were in power, like the civil servants, the sitting civil servants that we don't vote for and we can't get rid of.
They tried to launch a coup.
At what point, right, do you go, right, I can see the plan here. If we keep on kicking this Brexit down the fucking road, and we keep on making bad choices and bad agreements with Brexit,
As I was trying to say,
you know,
is that it's the civil servants making bad choices, bad decisions, saying you can have Brexit, you can vote for it, but if you do, we're going to make bad decisions, and then turn around and say, you see, we told you so, it was a bad idea.
now let's go back to having been back in fucking EU.
Exactly that.
They
Because at the
decided to
minute,
rob us blind.
we're still in
It's
the
quite
EU,
simple.
but we haven't got any fucking powers in the EU. And we get all the shit
And we're
fucking
not
bollocks.
accountable.
Yeah. And that's the thing. If we end up back in EU, this country is fucked. You think it's fucked now? When we go back in EU, we'll be
We're
destroyed.
fucked anyway, pal. I think the whole world's fucked. I'm just glad I'm the age I am now.
Well, it must be. They started listening to William Hague and fucking Tony the War fucking criminal.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, we're fucked. Yeah, we are fucked. Don't care which way you dress it up, in my humble opinion, anyway.
Absolute wankers. Absolute. All you elites, you're all wankers.
And when I say we, I mean humanity. Because this is only going one way.
Just waiting
Yeah.
for
No,
the
it
revolution.
isn't. I'm sorry. If we get dragged back into EU, all these people that voted Remain, I'm going to make them suffer. I'm going to find out where they are, and I'm going to say, how's it going now? When all the rest of the businesses get dragged out of the UK, back over to Europe.
Well, they want us in that on that couch of the EU, don't they? They want us back on the couch.
Look, you got to start drinking the Kool-Aid, peeps. This is the problem. You just ain't drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
You know what I
don't
mean?
drink the Kool-Aid.
If you drink the Kool-Aid, your cognitive dissonance disappears.
But it never will. I mean, how many years were we all shouting for it? Every time we saw the EU bringing this law in and that law, and it won't. We're going to abstain from it. 2 years later, by backdoor, it was added to an existing law that they brought in 5 years previously, but nobody knew about it. And now it was like, I mean, I'd like people to remember this. When we were having this referendum, we were told, name a law that the EU has brought in. And then they're saying, well, there's 40,000 laws that attach us to the EU that were brought in by the... Hang on a minute. I thought there weren't any laws.
Yeah.
You lying bunch of fuckwits.
Yeah, it's all about bendy cucumbers.
Oh, fucking.
Straight bananas.
Just bananas.
No. VAT on gas and electric. Remember that? Oh, no.
Remember? Well, VAT full stop. You mentioned that ages ago. The fact is that when we were in the EU, VAT was brought in as like a currency exchange. And now we're out the EU. Why are we still paying VAT?
Well, you know, because we're not getting out of the EU. Being told we're out, and we all these wonderful things we could do. And what did we have? We had some pillar go over to Australia, get us the worst deal whatsoever, and say,
Cost of 500 grand to swallow that plane. wasn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Deal. Yeah. What the fuck are these people on? Matter of fact,
Cocaine by the looks of it. All
Yeah.
of them.
We know what
these
they're
people
on.
should be tested.
We know what they're on. It's all lies. It's all none. Oh God, I don't want to. I don't mean to be that guy, but fucking none of this matters because we're fucked.
Rich,
do you know-
bumbling
do you know-
fucking idiots and traitors that'd sell your mother and their grandmother down the fucking river.
How many people marched against the Iraqi war? And it
Millions.
still happened.
Here's the thing, right? As a driver, yeah, every so often I get dragged in for a drug test. Why aren't our politicians? We know they're doing drugs.
Mm.
So why aren't they brought a thing in here?
Exactly. You could really argue what you're doing on the road. You need to be sensible because otherwise you could be people's lives in danger.
Yeah.
Well, you're driving a vehicle that could maybe kill, heaven forbid it ever happens, no people. Yeah, so it's never happened. But a politician, high on whatever it may be, making the decision could kill how many people?
Well, if
Yeah,
they
with the
want
stroke of a
to get
pen.
A war,
Yeah.
then we should go to war with them. If they want a war, that's disgraceful.
Quite right, Callow.
Violent
Quite right.
revolution.
Quite right.
You know, enough's enough. I mean,
Yeah.
you look at someone, I mean, you know they're high on something.
Well, look at fucking
right.
Zelensky all the time, sniffing like this on every fucking
Okay, I'm
interview.
holding the bloodhound.
Here we go,
Jacinda
guys.
Ardern. That
Hey guys, I
cunt
got
and all.
one for you.
All right, Chris.
Callow, what you were going on about earlier with the green crap, right? Let's say the public end up flipping the bills for millions of houses. How are we going to flip the bills?
What do you mean, flip the bills?
Well, they're putting refugees in all these houses, bringing them abroad, aren't they? So now, if these houses get destroyed, the government's got to refurb them. Do you think the government's going to refurb them up to standards?
Well, I dare say they would, because at the end of the day, it ain't coming out of their pocket anyway, is it? They don't give a tuppeny fuck.
Yeah, and the same as they put up the barracks that were quite okay for English soldiers, but had to be refurbed for the immigrants, and still, when I say immigrants, the illegal invaders, that and it still wasn't good enough.
Well, if there's a landlord and say he's got a contract for 5 years of private tenancy and his house gets absolutely fucked,
Yeah.
you know, and then in that 5 years they initiate these laws just after, why wouldn't he have an excuse to say, well, you put him in here, you got to pay for all this new crap?
Well, do you know what? This could be a part of the 4D chess. That's a good point, because the government have said that if you're a private landlord, we'll pay 5 years, all bills, all everything, and stuff. Now then, if the government then changed the contract that actually it's not up to building regs, so we own that now, otherwise it's got to be demolished. That's a possibility.
Constance, it's not actual contract with the government.
No, it's Serco.
Oh, circa.
Or
Well, yeah.
all companies, there's not just one company. But like Serco have said, they want a minimum of 5 year, not 5 year and then we'll release your property. It's a
Yeah.
minimum of 5 year.
Yeah, but we're just going off the basis of 5 years, for example.
Right, fucking hell.
So at end of the day, these landlords, these private landlords, is laughing. They're laughing all the way to the bank. You know what I mean? Because they're going to get top whack, not Mika Oka money. They're going to get top whack money, and they don't have to pay any of that out other than the taxes. They don't have to pay insurance for the building because Serco are picking that up. And on top of that, if that house at this moment in time doesn't come up to standard, say we've had it empty for 12 months because they've had a knockback off council about it ain't got a CO2 meter or gas boilers out of date or whatever, they've said, we'll put it up to standard. Lovely jubbly. So there you go. That's a fortune you've just said. Plus your rent money that's coming in every month. But here's the thing. By doing this, by Serco offering all this benefits. It's what's going to happen when people want to, when it comes to, I don't know, if they're on a short-term lease, you know, you're on 6 month or a 12-month lease, that they can turn around to you and say, we're not extending your lease. Bye-bye. So you've got to leave. Where are you going to leave to? There ain't going to be any houses because these landlords, don't matter whatever, they're all going to be jumping on it. I'd be jumping on it. Let's be honest.
There is another avenue the government could take by using hate speech laws. If you refuse to have one in now, that's hate speech.
Well, that's not the thing. That's not what we're looking at. It's the fact of the matter is, if they turn around to you and say, right, we're not renewing the lease, you know, unless you want to pay £2,000 a month. And some people might say, yeah, I can afford that, but some might say, I can't afford for £2,000 a month. So they're going to have to leave. But where are they going to leave to? Because at the end of the day, there isn't going to be any properties for them to rent. Because Serco and all these other companies,
Well,
you rented them.
I've always had a bit of a different point of view about because honestly, only until a few days ago, I didn't understand what people were really talking about. I had a different point of view about homeless and veterans, and I was listening to somebody the other day, and there's this housing scheme for veterans. It's called something like HOM or MOH, something along those lines. And they get housed, and then through the government, the rent is increased, and that isn't covered by their benefit payments. And I'm talking specifically about veterans. And that's why they're on the streets. And I'm thinking, well, how? Who came up with that idea?
Some unscrupulous wanker
Tony Blair, probably.
that doesn't want to treat our vets with decency. And that's the problem. In this country, we don't.
You know what?
And so my point being is that the vets have got the house, they got their life, they got this sorted out, they got their shit, and then suddenly, well, doesn't matter what disability you got, the rent's gone up, and the government isn't going to increase your benefit accordingly to the rent. You're out.
Yeah, well, let's face it. I mean, the cannon fodder. Anybody that goes in the military are just cannon fodder to be used and abused and fucking, you know what I mean, just discarded. And that is a fucking crying shame. You know what I mean? Because the people of the nation don't fucking see them that way. But the people in fucking power see them that way. That's why they send them off to fucking multiple fucking wars that we shouldn't even be involved in half the time without the fucking correct gear. You know what I mean?
Using young boys, young immature men, in something that
going to protect fucking opium and oil.
Yeah.
Let's go and install the petrodollar in a few fucking other countries. You know, let's make sure the Bush Foundation, fucking all them cunts fucking make billions while it's our lads fucking getting killed and maimed.
Yep.
They are in Ukraine now. They're making all the money out of it. Most of the weapons that goes in there get sold on the black market. It's amazing sort of corruption.
It's a money laundering scheme.
It is.
It's fucking disgrace.
I agree with you.
Here we go. Get this
I
one.
agree with you wholeheartedly.
Everyone says Biden has now started to talk about Nord Stream pipeline. Let's say he blew it up. He just avoided an act of war. He went past Congress to do an act of war, which is illegal against their terms of how it's set up over there. Which means he declared war on Europe. Why the fuck aren't we sanctioning America? Let alone where's all the eco nuts?
Because America done it.
Different when we do it, Kush.
All right.
Yeah.
If China had
Yeah,
done it,
yeah. We're the good guys.
if China had
right.
done it, fucking hell, the DEFCON status. But if the Yanks do it, then it's alright.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately, get ready for, I think it's Iran, China, Syria, and Russia. All making a pact.
They might take the petrodollar as well.
Well, they're going to destroy petrodollar. It's going back to
Exactly.
gold standard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Zelensky's going to fucking Beijing, isn't he? To meet with the Xi
Xi Jinping.
Jinping, yeah.
Xi
Winnie the
Jinping.
Pooh.
Xing
It looks like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
Will they arrest him for fucking sniffing? You know, obviously they're not.
They'll
too-
give him an award.
fucking hell.
Wonder if he's
It
gonna
will
get an
be
anal
With
swab.
Britain,
China, yeah.
Yeah, be right. Be right. Cooked
Be
up his
right.
fucking eyeballs.
Yeah,
Aye.
looking like Mr. Home Pride.
Yeah, but he needs to be with what they're going to give him to eat. You know what I mean? Here's a bit of fried bat. Ooh.
Oh, could you imagine going down and sitting in a restaurant? Oh, this sounds really good. And you get it, it's just like a bat wing hanging out of a bowl. Fuck no.
Oh, it's better than deep fried tarantula.
Oh, that's nasty.
Another one of the fucking things that they eat, and crickets, deep fried cricket.
It'll probably be easier to list the stuff they don't eat.
Hey, what about 3 Squeak sauce?
Oh no, that's just awful. It's horrendous.
Eating
it's
live mouse?
barbaric.
But they cook them in the sauce, any? That's why they
Oh.
dip them in the sauce. I don't know.
Oh, lamb
I get it.
bollock.
But
Have
yeah,
you seen them with the fish? No, I mean, fish, they've got no nervous system like that, so it doesn't really affect them. But, well, they do they keep the head up, but they boil the fish, the body, and the head's still doing that on the plate whilst they
Yes.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
fucking stroll on.
yeah, but I mean, wait, who decided? Oh, there's some baby mice. I think I'll fucking eat that.
Well, I'll be some cunt.
Well, to be fair, I think we could be heading that way shortly, no?
Oh, man.
I think in natural, I'm going to start taking notes.
It's going to start a mice program breeding.
Right, here's the thing. Did you know in Yorkshire they've just discovered a huge
Yorkshire pudding.
no.
Mm.
Oh,
Yorkshire Terrier?
Forget it. I won't even fucking bother.
Come on, Carlo.
Come on.
No, fuck yeah.
It was only normal size as well.
It's a bit odd for him to storm off, Eddie.
Has he really fucked off?
I've got a fucking cat attacking my door. And then you lot taking piss. I don't know why I'm bothered being serious. Fuck it. You know, let's all just take piss and let's not discuss fucking serious topics.
Hey, Callow, I got something
I'm
though.
here to
I
take
found
a
out today, Rose. You need to get a cucumber because apparently cats fucking are scared of cucumbers. So I'll put a cucumber.
No, they're not. I can assure you, they're fucking not. I've tried. They just fucking look at it.
Your cat's just an extra cunty.
Oh,
What's this about Yorkshire?
they've discovered the stuff that you make the fertilizer with. A big fucking huge find on it in Yorkshire. Yeah,
What? The gas?
no,
Because the
the
make
fertilizer stuff.
Yeah, well-
whatever it's.
you get fertilizer from fucking natural gas as well.
Chicken
Yeah,
shit.
that's one way, but there's also stuff in the ground that they use to make fertilizer, and they just fund this stuff. Just research it. I'm not
Wanna?
going any further with
I
it.
think it was called is it potash?
It might be coal. It might be coal.
No, no.
It's Yorkshire.
I think the potash is one of the main ingredients in fertilizers, and potash can be found naturally. I think.
The number one
not-
biggest
It's got a proper
distributor
name
of
to it,
potash
but
is
let me
Russia.
know. It's going to be fucking pretty big and earn the company that's mining it, because they already I think invested something like 100 million, and they're now going to invest another 170 million into it.
Yeah, but is this big on your standards or normal sized people's?
On normal sized people, it's probably worth billions to this company, absolute billions. Because don't forget, a lot of countries are suffering because they're not allowed to buy the fertilizer from Russia. So this is why it's going to be big, because Europe and all that, America and that, they're going to
It'll
be
be
buying.
bought up by some cunts, won't it?
Well, do you reckon
Land.
that's an extra reason why they want to suck us back into Europe?
Yeah, I was just about to say Ursula von der Leyen will already veto that. You can't do that.
Well,
No,
it's got nothing to do with it.
we'll take hold of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
think about it, yeah. They found big deposits at stuff that they make batteries out on in the UK, haven't they? They've also just discovered this stuff now. Well, they haven't just discovered it, been a couple of years it's been there. This company's been getting it ready to extract it because they've got the license to extract it. And they invested another 170 million in it. So it tells you how big it is and how much money they're going to make off it if they're investing that kind of money into it. So at the end of the day, it shows you how much wealth is in this country underground. We don't need Europe. We never did need Europe.
I bet you the fucking Wombles own a fair bit.
Well, it's an American company. I think that got the contract for it. So
Oh, it'd have to be, wouldn't
No,
it?
well, it did. It has to be. Yeah, yeah. Couldn't be an English company owned by English people,
No.
regulated by an English government for the benefit of the taxpayer. No, couldn't possibly be.
Yeah, keep the working class down.
I mean, we lost Rolls Royce
well, in Wales,
because of that
It was
bollocks.
a great
Fucking
band.
bullshit.
in Wales, they've stopped all doing roads, any road expansions or anything like that.
That's
So I heard. So I heard.
And guess the friends
Of
of
course they
Earth,
can't.
the friends of Earth have said, yeah, this is a great idea. Reduce the amount of vehicles on the road, but because they said they haven't got the money to do it. Oh, hang on a minute. You lowered our speed limits and spent millions of pounds changing all the signs to 20-mile-an-hour speed limits. But yet you haven't got any money. Stop wasting it. You might have some. What's the point, Welsh Government? Useless tosspots.
Plus the camera money, speeding fines,
All goes to that. All goes
your
to
road tax,
yeah.
your
The,
MOT, all
Yeah.
sorts of shit.
the speeding
petrol.
fines, the speeding cameras go straight to government. They don't go to the councils or the cities. It goes
Yeah,
straight.
and here's the thing. A few years ago, well, 8 years ago, I was out with some fuck off free, some friends,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
We're not convinced.
had a tangle with the car. Called the police. I was a pedestrian. Called the police. I said, look up there. Yeah, there's cameras up there because I could only get part of the registration. They said, oh, no, sorry, sir. They're ANPR. A few years later, 10 odd years later, I'm in the boozer with some people that I don't know free. And I saw a real nasty old fight, and the old bill had to be called. Well, anyway, the old bill turned up, and sure enough, there was some cameras outside the pub. Pointed up to the cameras, and they said, "Oh no, guess what? ANPR. No CCTV there to protect anybody.
Yeah, but you know when you says you was after a fucking number plate, right? It's an ANPR camera. That's its sole fucking purpose.
Hmm.
Do you know what? I never fucking thought. But mind you, if it's taxed and insured, it's not going to
You were,
fucking ping
Sean.
up, is
It'll
it?
still
Having a
register.
fight with
It
a
read
car in the first place.
ANPR cameras read every fucking number plate that goes through them and log them.
Well, I'll be fucked. You're right.
Fucking, that's how they can fucking go back and they can trace people's movements from there to there to there to there
that
to
was.
there.
I swear to God, that was Kent because it was the night of one of my birthdays, and that's Kent Police.
Yeah.
You cunts.
Oh, sorry, man. I can't be asked
Allegedly.
doing my job. Fuck you.
You cunts.
Yeah. 8 years later, the penny drops. Oh, bless. And on that note, with that fucking Chevy Chase, we're done.
Yeah.
Right, and so don't forget, people, Wednesday, we have quiz night.
Yep.
Oh.
Again, Saturday, live stream, talking about whatever comes up. And
Discord.
yeah, oh yeah, I've got to remember. Links in the description for Discord.
And in the chat now.
It's also in the chat. Want to drop in? Feel free.
Come and say hi.
Yeah. So
Normal people say hello.
I think that's where we're at then. Eh? So say bye bye, people.
Good night.
Bye bye, people.
everyone.
Hi, people.
In a bit.